What is up, guys? It's me, the ALE Prince, and as you can tell, my room is a mess, and I need to clean it up. Look, you can even see a sweater. What the fuck's wrong with me? I am a mess. But I just came back from spring break. No, I wasn't in España. I just like the hat. They just gave it to me. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it around. It's not new. I've worn it before. But anyways, I was gonna do my predictions for WrestleMania weekend. That would include the G1 Super Card of Honor, or G1 Supercard, whatever that's called, the ROH New Japan Madison Square Garden um, wrestling show, NXT Takeover New York, and of course WrestleMania. I was gonna give you my predictions for all three shows, but that's gonna have to wait because I have to do this. I'm also gonna do a video of like the matches that we have to see this year, pretty much like the matches to expect by the remaining of the year. I want to do a video like that. I did one similar, I think in the summer, like all matches we expect to see at this time. But anyways, here are the matches that were the best of March. Not a lot of great matches, not a lot of like match of the year candidates. It was more of a WrestleMania weekend's coming up, so here's everything you need to know. So my first choice was DIY versus the Undisputed Era. That's my number 10. From NXT to March 6th, part of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. I didn't put Aleister Black and Ricochet just because I felt like we've seen it so many times. And plus, we already saw it in Halftime Heat. Which, I mean, that match was good, but it's more about like what happens after, what was the aftermath. This one was just straight up dream match come to life. And I like that they picked the actual Red Dragon, like Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. You know, I haven't seen those guys team up in a while, so it's good to see that for once. So I really enjoyed that, and it was a great match. R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Andrade Cien Almas at number 9 from SmackDown, March 19. This was the night Samoa Joe won the United States Championship. It was a good fatal 4-way, pretty random that of what they put, but I kind of wished they actually, what I personally would have done with the United States Championship, because Joe and Rey Mysterio does sound like a good match, but not a WrestleMania worthy match. And hell, the fact that we're not getting Cena and Joe, hell, I don't even know we're getting Cena at all this year. The point is, what I would have done personally is save this for WrestleMania. Maybe add a couple more guys like a Mustafa Ali, a Kevin Owens, maybe the Miz, or you know, some upper mid carders from SmackDown, and put them in a ladder match, because I think SmackDown has some worthy mid carders. It's just that they didn't know what to do with them, so they just put them on the Andre Battle Royal, and this gives them a chance to shine. They should have put them in a ladder match. They could have saved this. And because of that, look how great these matches were. Hell, they went back to back. They had this match and then they had the Fastlane match. I personally like this one a little bit more just because while I did enjoy the Fastlane one, it was kind of thrown at the last minute, and plus we already saw it and there's not much you could do. But I enjoyed the match. I personally would have saved Joe's championship victory till WrestleMania. That would have given him a WrestleMania moment. But I'm okay with what they do with him, or whatever they do. Hopefully, the United States Championship gets an upper boost. It's not like the best belt in the world, but at once, if you're a champion, you should feel like a champion. That's pretty much all I'm saying. Number 8 from NXT UK, also March 6th. That was a pretty interesting week. Yeah, we had back-to-back classics, or not classics, but good to great matches. Number 8 is Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks. False Count Anywhere. This was originally going to be planned for. This was supposed to happen at NXT Takeover Blackpool, or whatever that was. NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. It was a fun match. This one was definitely a lot better, and you know, it gave Devlin a chance to shine. Plus, it gave Travis Banks a start. I don't even know who the fuck these guys are. I mainly know Jordan Devlin from the UK tournament and the fact that Finn Balor trained them. So that's pretty much all I know about the guy. I'm not an expert. I'm not some super duper expert. I got shit to do. Number 7, Now, first of all, before I get to number 7, let me just say that I didn't really watch a lot of New Japan this year. The World Cup tournament, after a while, they all start like looking the same. So really, I just skipped to matches I might like. There was some enjoyable matches, but I really didn't care, so I just put the finals because that was probably the only one that I'll remember, and that is Okada and SANADA, the World Cup finals. That's my number 7. Good match. Definitely great that they change up a bit and make SANADA one of the final two. Obviously, he wasn't going to win, especially if you're fighting the Rainmaker. I'm pretty sure this is going to lead to Okada versus Jay White at Dominion or whenever. I don't know. I'm digging Jay White as champion, but I could easily see him losing the belt pretty quickly now. Hell, it's kind of hard to take New Japan serious now that we lost Omega, the Bucks, Cody, all the top level guys. Like, all they got right now is Ibushi, and that's it. That's all they got. Ibushi. Yeah, all they got is Ibushi, Okada, Tanahashi, Naito. A lot of other guys. Sorry, I'm tired, guys. As you can tell. But anyways, let's just move on. Number 6, Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven from ROH's 17th anniversary show. March is easily like the best month for ROH itself. It's probably the best month for ROH because while all the other shows are setting up, all the other promotions are getting hyped for WrestleMania weekend, ROH is slowly picking up and remembering what their biggest show is, 17th anniversary, of course. So this was a great match, Jay Lethal and Matt Taven. I can't wait for the ladder match. I got a lot to say about that when I get to my predictions for that show. But this was a good payoff, just setting up what's next to come. So both a great match and set up for the future. Number 6. Oh no, that was number 6. Number 5. You guys probably would have expected this, but number 5 is Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and Mustafa Ali from Fastlane. Now, people were booing this match at first because Kofi Kingston wasn't the third man added to it, and the problem was that if Vince, if the creative were smart about it, they would put a heel taking over Daniel or over Mustafa Ali's spot, because instead they just booed him. But pretty quickly, those boos became into cheers because this match was incredible. They just went back and forth. This was an amazing match. One of those this is gonna go down as one of the more underrated WWE Championship matches of all time, because I don't see a lot of people talking about this for after this. But yeah, this is a really good match, and I really recommend people to go watch it because it's guaranteed. Like, when you look back at the most underrated WWE Championship matches, this is gonna be one of those. I guarantee it. I'm calling it right now. Number 4, Jay White versus Will Ospreay from New Japan Pro Wrestling's 47th anniversary show. This was a great match. It really showed that Jay White is not that bad of a wrestler. I like when wrestlers prove you wrong. Jay White has slowly become a star. I didn't like that they gave him like the Roman Reigns push, where they pushed him to the top really quick, but I like that they slowly picked him up to become the top guy. It's still hard seeing him as IWGP champion, but well, at least the belt is off of Tanahashi, who I like, by the way. It's just, it's gonna get some used to. We didn't get comfortable with what's his face. Trying to think of a name. Every champion is different, and and he's trying his best to make that belt relevant, and he is doing a great job. Will Ospreay, on the other hand, he's already amazing, so there's no need to hype him up. So there's that. Number 3, Tony Nese versus Cedric Alexander from 205 Live. March 19th, the finals of the tournament. I'm cool with Tony Nese winning, but Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy does not sound like a WrestleMania match, and I'm guaranteeing this is going to be on the pre-show, which is a bummer because this match was incredible. These guys just went back and forth. Tony Nese is that cruiserweight that's like strong, and I mean he does flip moves, but he mainly does like kind of like Pete Dunne or Drew Gulak kind of style. If anything, it's a combination of both those guys. So Tony Nese is definitely a fantastic wrestler. He's still not at the level of a Buddy Murphy, let alone a Cedric Alexander or even an Akira Tozawa, to put in the least. I mean, I personally felt like they should have saved this for Fastlane, and they should. What would have been an amazing WrestleMania cruiserweight match was Buddy Murphy and Lio Rush. That's personally what I would have done, but I'm still okay that Tony Nese is getting this big opportunity. Maybe he'll prove us wrong, and maybe he actually is, after all, a worthy champion. Who knows? Maybe we're just looking at the picture wrong. Number 2 is the Fatal 5-Way from NXT March 20. After Tommaso Ciampa got injured, they needed a new champion. So what do? The plan was Gargano Ciampa the finale, but due to the injury, Gargano's going to have to fight somebody else. So it was either going to be Adam Cole, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, or Aleister Black. It was pretty obvious that it was going to be Adam Cole. And it gets me excited because for the first time, I actually don't know who the hell's going to win the main event. It could either be Adam Cole or Johnny Gargano. Who the fuck knows what they'll do? But whatever they do, I'm ready for it because I am getting hyped for this shit. This was an incredible Fatal 5-Way. It actually set up the rest of the NXT card. I like when matches do that, when they set up the entire card. Like, one of my favorite Royal Rumbles is Royal Rumble 2004. I'll always remember this. It set up Mick Foley and Randy Orton for the future. It set up Brock and Goldberg, even though that sucked. Undertaker and Kane. Benoit won it and led to the main event. It just set up a lot of cool shit. So that's what made that Royal Rumble so exciting. Same with this Fatal 5-Way. We got Black and Ricochet, being teammates but also enemies. It's kind of like a weird combination. But the fact that they're going on after the War Raiders and now that they're at WrestleMania, it's pretty weird. I feel like they are thrown together, but they're doing the best with it. And then it also sets up Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream. Either guy could win, and I'll be happy with that match. I'll get more to that in my predictions, but Adam Cole, definitely excited for what they do with him too. Next up, number 1. Yeah, this video was pretty quick, but I want to get more videos out of the way. Number 1 is the Briscoes and the Brody King and PCO from ROH 17th anniversary. Again, the ROH 17th anniversary, that's a great show. I already talked about 2 matches. But this one was definitely the match of the night for me. Briscoe brothers, they're fantastic. One of my favorite tag teams of all time, for sure. Maybe not all time, but maybe right now. One of my favorite tag teams right now. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. I really recommend you guys go watch it. It's probably the only thing that will come to a classic this month. But, we'll never know. Because next month, or this month, is, now that it's April, it's WrestleMania weekend. There's going to be a shit ton of matches to talk about. So I'm excited for that. Anyways, that's going to be all. It's me, the ALE XX Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.